Why is it that whenever I open my inventory in a game, I have 50 grenades and 10 elixirs and 100 other random consumable items that I'll never use? Is it my fault? No, it can't be my fault. What? See, the developers of the game gave me my gun or my sword or my cool flip kick, roundhouse, knife attack, super omega destructo beam and said, look, you could beat the game using this stuff. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I'll accept no other assistance in any form whatsoever for the rest of the entire game. And if you think I'm talking about a specific game developer, you're not entirely wrong, but they're not alone. They have their friends. And I don't mean to frame this entire video around Dark Souls 1, but I am going to keep coming back to it because I feel it's a pretty popular example of a video game where a lot of consumables don't wind up getting used, even though they have very powerful effects. And if you're like me and you find yourself completely ignoring a lot of interesting consumable options in games, I think I've found a few interesting reasons. Don't worry, they are all the developers' fault, okay? It's not us. It's not us. What is this? Potion of video recording. Instantly create any YouTube video. Huh. No, it's okay. I don't need it. I can finish this one myself. I'm good. The Bell Gargoyles boss fight in Dark Souls 1 is kind of a gatekeeping boss fight. It's an incredibly tough battle very early in the game, and if you think one gargoyle is tough, you won't believe what happens next. If you're lucky though, you may find a random player message on the ground that will give you a pretty big hint on how to defeat this pair of Soulsborne seagulls. No, not that one. Not that one either. Oh, there, that one. They're incredibly weak to lightning attacks. Coincidentally, there are a number of these gold pine resin items scattered around the area leading up to them.
You know, you walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Now, sure, you can smear that lightning butter right on your weapon and bim bam boom, give them a little hey how you doing, and you're done. But that's not what I really want, is it? Like, how could the developers expect me to cheese this entire fight with this overpowered item and be proud of it? I want to beat this boss my way, and my way is with a big wooden stick and completely naked. No, naked in the game, not in real life. Oh my god. This boss isn't merely a one-dimensional puzzle to be solved and over with in one foul swoop. It's a layered challenge of learning their attacks and knowing when to engage and when to roll off the edge of the roof. And I don't want to use any temporary consumable sources of power to circumvent that. Surely the sense of achievement that comes from dedicating time and mental fortitude to defeating these enemies will be worth it in the end, right?
Finally! Fuck, stupid fucking gargoyles.
So, yeah, actually, I think this one's on the player. See, I'm not gonna tell you how to enjoy your game, but it's okay to use some or all of the tools that the developers gave you to get through their game. You don't have to hold yourself to any bar that would be rage-inducing to overcome. You don't have to wear difficulty like a badge of honor. You can, but you don't have to. Basically, like, play the way you want to play, but also take care of yourself, you know? But okay, these other two reasons are actually the developer's fault, okay? So get ready to get angry. Yeah! If the bell tower gargoyles from Dark Souls 1 are a difficult fight for me, and I decide to use these gold pine resins to get past them, what happens if I run out and I still haven't beaten the gargoyles? It's gonna feel really bad to suddenly lose this huge boost of power. And even worse, what if right after this there's a fight with 3 gargoyles?
No! God, please, no! No!
As a new player, I don't know, and I'm gonna wish I had saved these for that instead. But I think it's important in any game to balance the two ideas of using this tool now because I need it, and being receptive to new ideas in the future when I no longer have this tool available. And I know I said this is the developer's responsibility, but actually I think this one's on the player too. Barring some really terrible game design decisions, a lot of obstacles you come across in video games will have multiple solutions solutions to them. And if you've pigeonholed yourself into thinking the only way to defeat these bell tower gargoyles is with this gold pine resin, then you're too far gone, man. You gotta zoom out a little bit. You could try different weapons, you can go level up a few times, asking Solaire to be a quick meat shield, explore in a different direction, cheat. Nobody has to know. Okay, so what if I put my pride aside and take the consumable? I manage not to overdo it and take an appropriate amount, but then I'm just kind of bogged down by annoying, slow menu navigation or really long animations. And you know what? Fine, this one really is on the developer. Please make it easy to use the things that you programmed into the game for the player to use. Even like 5 seconds is too long to spend navigating menus, selecting the thing you want to use, and waiting for the character to eat a piece of broccoli to get +5 frost resistance against the giant snow Santa Claus boss that's about to spank me anyway, so what's the point? So if you feel some level of impatience when using stuff like this, honestly, I think that's justified. No, actually, sorry, I think this one's on the player too. See, again, barring some really terrible outliers of painfully slow animations or bad menus, if you're so impatient about getting back into a fight or continuing to explore an area that spending a few seconds selecting a thing and using the thing is enough to sour your experience with the game, then I don't know, I feel like that might be a sign you have to like kind of take a second. Yeah, sometimes it's silly. I mean, I don't use the breadcrumbs in a lot of From Software games because I feel like I have a pretty decent sense of navigation already. But I also don't use the things that are designed to help me at certain points, like putting on poison resistance before going into a poison swamp. And it's partially because I'm straight up too lazy to engage with these systems every few minutes. And if I just took the time to set myself up for success instead of rushing forward out of impatience, I'd probably save more time overall and just have a generally better experience. Wow, that got a little personal actually. Huh. So it is my fault. Okay, look, I can take my own advice. I'll drink it. I have it, I need it, I might as well use it. Let's give it a shot, okay? How does this thing work anyway? Flavor musical? I will use that healing potion. I will use that flash grenade. So it turns out that potion expired about 8 years ago. Still not sure where I got it from, but it's not sitting very well. So we're just gonna end the video here. Make sure you subscribe and hit the little thumbs up button, and I'll see you all next time. Use the tools the developers gave me. I will craft that new elixir. I will place those proximity mines. I will use the equipment fixer, and I'll have a really good time. Shivering in the cold, there's a potion for that. Need a little more defense, this will increase your stat. I don't need to sit here thinking, why is this game so cruel? I will throw those little daggers. I will use that rocket launcher. I will lay a genius trap and let the enemies come to me. I will dodge certain disaster. I will eat this mysterious food. I will crush this little skull thing and homeward bound to save some time.